Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to an Alex's Shook reaction. And I am super excited because for today's video, we have some breaking news. We're going to do like a breaking news reaction. Look at this video from Foodie Beauty. For the past few days, people have been speculating in regards to her whereabouts because she has not been posting. She didn't post any videos. She didn't post a community tab. So I actually just got done filming and editing a video that talks about that speculation in particular. And while I was getting ready to upload it, she uploaded an untitled video. It's just May 22nd, 2024 is the name of the video. She's going to update us on where she has been. And just hearing the first 30 seconds, I can already tell it's not good. So what I'm going to do is the video I just finished, I'm going to tack it on to the end of this one. So you guys can stick around if you want to listen to the speculation in the second part of the video. But for now, let's just get right into it. I mean, shall we? The funny part is, and you guys will see this if you stick around, I said in the Girl Talk video I just finished that I'm really worried she's going to upload while I'm editing this, and I just finished and I got the notification for this. So I'm like, well, we're just gonna have to react to this, and that's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Let's hear her talk.
Hi guys. So
Speechless.
I'm sure most of you have been waiting for this.
Listen to her. I mean, she's talking very low, very light. It's almost like she's trying to hide this from someone. Ooh, let's not get into the conspiracy theories yet, but what if it's not that she's sick? What if it's that she's hiding out somewhere? This is how the video is. It's a black screen. There is no video. It's simply audio with a black screen.
I apologize in advance for the quality of this video.
What do you mean quality? Like there's nothing. Like it's literally a black screen. I do not compute. We are used to some pretty poor quality videos from her, but this is just not even a video. It is content though. It's an update. The funny part is this will probably get more views than her usual fare of just like eating.
Because I don't really have the energy to edit, even put pictures up for you. I can't.
She can't even edit or put up pictures.
So it's not going to be edited, so there's going to be a lot of pauses and stuff like that.
Girl, we're pretty much used to it when it comes to your content.
Well, I'm alive. Barely.
That's her first update? I'm alive. I was thinking the worst.
What's wrong with me? I think it was, the 19th, maybe around noon.
So she hasn't felt good since the 19th. I wonder if she did go to the doctor or urgent care in Kuwait, ERBs. I mean, she goes to the ER for less, but I was speculating that something might have happened with that camel. If you guys saw her last video she posted falling up the steps, she got spit on by a camel, and you can catch certain diseases from having their spit like right in her face. It went in her eyes. So worst case scenario would be Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome. I can't say she has that, but that would be worst case scenario.
I started feeling really dizzy.
And that's what I was discussing in the video I was filming for today.
And nauseous. And like I just want to sleep. So I went to bed. And it just kind of went downhill from there. I had chills.
We know her hygiene's not the best.
Fever. I don't know if you guys have ever had a fever dream.
But she also has the mild kidney infection. A lot of people think she's downplaying that, and she actually has something wrong with her kidneys, not just a mild infection.
Oh my gosh. They're so weird.
Fever dream.
So those were fun.
I've been having some really off the wall dreams lately, to the point where when I wake up, I'm so happy that what I did in my dream, I didn't actually do. So people aren't actually upset with me. I've been doing bad things in my dreams.
I would wake up drenched in sweat.
Ooh. It sounds like she has something.
That's still happening. Waking up drenched in sweat.
She's down with something. I wonder why she hasn't gone to the ER, or will she tell us she has?
I haven't
goes
eaten
for
like
lunch.
anything since the 19th, except for
That right there tells you she must really be sick if she hasn't eaten anything.
I tried having like water, and then I tried having
water. So you're telling me you haven't drank any water or liquid since the 19th? Girl, there's no way. And she hasn't gone to the doctor? She goes for way less.
water with salt, sea salt, and lemon, and
Could
that's
you keep
just too
it?
gross. And I know I'll throw it up. So I went
Regular
for it once,
water.
but the nausea's bad.
What about regular water?
I had a few berries, like fresh blueberries. Those were pretty good, but I don't have really much of an appetite.
The ASMR is not ASMRing for me.
But I'm gonna try, for energy's sake, to have something healthy, just even a few bites, because I want to try to get the energy to go see a doctor.
Oh, that's what it is. She wants to see a doctor, but she can't even like get up out of the bed. Girl, it's got to be much harder for her, because on any given normal day, it's hard for her to get out of bed, take a shower, get dressed, go to a doctor, you know? It's a lot when you're 350 to 450 pounds.
So, I'll have to keep you guys updated on what happens at the doctor. So
This shit is scary. It's like some sort of lost audio, lost footage, except there is no footage. It's an audio log in a video game. You discovered like an abandoned building, and you get this audio log, the person's last. Okay.
in my life, honestly,
She's never felt this bad.
has been the most sick I've ever been in my life, honestly.
Okay, we need to look up MERS. Oh goodness, I'm not saying she has MERS, but the symptoms are fever, cough, shortness of breath, diarrhea, and nausea and vomiting. But those are all very, very common. It does fit the bill though, and it's very scary. Very scary stuff here.
I don't know how to explain it.
She needs to go to a doctor like right now.
Just like headache, dizzy, the nausea, the chills, the fever. Being thirsty. I know, it's coincidentally, I get sick right after I go see the camel again.
Right? That's what I was thinking.
It spits in my face.
And you're not worried about that? How fast does it take for something like that to start, the symptoms to start?
I don't know if it's related to that. It could be. But usually
Do you know how bad that can get?
with camels, it's you're at risk of getting Middle Eastern respiratory.
There she goes. I didn't think she was going to talk about this.
Syndrome or MERS. It's a form of COVID.
I was thinking like, those are somebody's camels, right? So that would lessen the chance they would have something like that. I don't know. I'm not like an expert on camels, but if it was just like a wild camel, are there wild camels? I don't know.
Which attacks your respiratory system, and mine is okay. I mean, I'm heavy breathing a little bit now because
But because she always does.
I spend most of my time in bed laying down with my CPAP.
So she
And
doesn't think it's that.
yeah, like 24/7.
I guess it would be hard to tell when you are always short of breath.
I have sores inside my nose that are really painful. Oh, I don't know where they come from. I don't know if it's from the CPAP or what, but I've had to like
Sores in her mouth?
painful. Oh, I don't know where they come from. I have sores inside my nose that are really painful. Oh,
Sores inside of her nose.
I don't know where they come from.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if it's from the CPAP or what. But I've
How
had
is that from a CPAP?
to like just,
She is down bad.
you know, try my best to
I guess she even herself said this is the worst she's ever been.
just rest. I've just been sleeping, honestly. I didn't even have the energy to answer people, like family and stuff like that. I answered.
She didn't have enough energy to send a text message, but she's filming a video. Is Salah like holding the phone while she's
I did answer them eventually, but like for the first few days, the first couple of days, I was like out.
You couldn't get your loving husband to update them via text? Like it takes 2 seconds. Hello, your loving husband? Where is he?
So if you message me and you didn't get a response, it's nothing personal. Just
I understand like YouTube, when you're like this bad, it's not going to be your first priority or thought. But your family,
not well. So I don't even have the energy to talk and explain
she's going to be back in Canada.
to everybody. So that's why I'm doing this video.
I think this is the straw that is going to break the camels. Get it? Back. She'll be back in Canada before you know it. And we just got paid yesterday, so she's not making much anymore, but she could maybe afford a ticket back. That's about it.
I don't know when I'll be all right. I don't know if I'll have to go into the hospital.
She does have more money, though, since she doesn't pay taxes or save the money for taxes. So she could just keep the mother load. Versus when I get paid, I have to take a decent big chunk and set it aside. She don't do that, though.
I hope not, but I have a feeling that I'll need to probably get on some fluids or something.
Like a drip, so that you don't get dehydrated, because that would make it 10 times worse.
So,
I don't know why she's not in there right now.
I've just been in bed praying.
This is today, though. Well, we have no idea if this video, it says May 22nd as the title, but we have no idea if it actually is May 22nd.
Like praying and
In the video.
praying and praying until I fall asleep and, asking for mercy and help to feel better.
Oh my goodness. Mercy. Lamborghini Mercy. Alex.
And promising to take care of my health and ask for forgiveness for damaging my health the way I have.
This almost seems like a culmination of all of the horrible things she has done to her body over the past few years. And it has gotten worse in Kuwait. She has gone so downhill. It's only been like a month since she came back to Kuwait for season 3, season flop. And now this. She has deteriorated at a rapid pace, an unbelievable pace, since returning to Kuwait. But it's not Kuwait at all. I agree, a lot of it's on her, but Kuwait contributes. I'll stand by that.
Taking it for granted, like a joke.
Not Kuwait in particular, but her in Kuwait.
I don't care if I have an eating disorder or food addiction or whatever the part of my language the fuck it is. It's something I have to take control of.
Yeah, I mean, that
I hate when people are like,
it's not something that you can't overcome. I know that all of these girls deal with some form, but it's not something that you can't overcome. It's just going to be another roadblock, or you should look at it that way. It's not going to be easy. She can't handle any discomfort, and here she is. I just said this. If she continues not taking her medicine and eating like this, she's going to be in a world of discomfort that never ends. So pick the road you want to go down. Some discomfort because you're not eating, discomfort from an empty stomach, or discomfort because you're laid up in a hospital bed with something.
It's not your fault. You don't have control over this. People like in some programs and some
You do have control.
beliefs about how to tackle binge eating, that you're powerless over it. What if that's been
You're powerless over the thoughts.
my problem the whole time? Is thinking.
We talk about this all the time, in programs, right? And although it's not the same thing with substances, it is a similar situation. She has a different kind of brain. I do too. People with these issues, their brain is different, but it doesn't mean you can't overcome it. It doesn't mean you're completely powerless over the situation. You're powerless over the thoughts, as I said. You're powerless over the cravings, but you can fight them. And it gets easier day by day, but it is the hardest in the beginning. That's why she needs to go somewhere or figure out how she can not have access to these things at all. That's why people go inside, into programs so that they don't have access, because the cravings are very difficult to deal with. They will go out and pick up. But if you don't have any access, that's a lot harder to do.
I'm powerless. So
She needs to go into a program. And that's not going to happen in Kuwait.
gonna start trying to eat healthy, small amounts. Maybe some soup, something like this. Vegetable soup, I don't know.
Yeah. Bleak.
And
She just said, I'm sorry this video's bleak in the last 2 videos.
I have to talk to the doctor about all that.
They've all been bleak.
Because, yeah.
Season 3, man. Season 3 is cursed.
I just want to make sure I'm eating the right things. And I think I'll go see a different doctor this time for another opinion.
Yeah.
So. But I'll
Do what you need to do, girl.
I have a bit of appetite back, which is kind of a good sign.
Damn.
I'm still so lethargic and tired. And I just want to be curled up in bed. 1 minute I'm hot, 1 minute I'm cold. But
Yep, never comfortable. That kind of sounds like withdrawal.
Gotta go out, I know it. But I need a bit of strength, so I'm gonna try to, like I said, get something super healthy. There's a lot of
Where's the loving husband?
healthy food
Don't they have a doctor that can come do a house call?
services here that make really clean, healthy, diabetic-friendly food. So I'll just maybe have something enough to get some strength. And then Salah will take me to the doctor.
What is he doing? Playing games in the other room? Come on, Salah.
I'm sorry
He don't care.
I'm talking like this. It must be annoying to listen to, but this is all I can give you right now.
It's kind of frightening.
Honestly, I'm so depleted. I weighed myself 2 days ago.
What did she lose? 10 pounds.
And I was like,
What was that?
2 days ago. And I was like 152 kg.
Was that a toot?
But I'm not saying that as like a victory. I'm just telling you in relation to, the weight loss and being sick.
Oh, wow. So that's 335 pounds, meaning she would be down 15 pounds since the sickness, although nobody believes that she's 350 in the first place. So none of that really checks out, but that's what it is.
It's not in a healthy way, so there's nothing to celebrate.
Right.
Anyway.
You just haven't been able to eat.
That's an update for you.
She had no other choice. The only way she can lose weight is if she has no other choice. That's why she needs to go into a program. How about that?
I'm sorry that I worried so many people.
I was thinking that it was possible she was suspended because The last time she left for this amount of time, she was suspended and she couldn't even write a community tab. So it all kind of checked out. But I wasn't sure what she would have been suspended for because it's been a long time since she has raged or done a community tab, calling somebody out.
I can imagine how worried some people were because...
Did she learn her lesson?
You know, my health is not good. So,
yeah,
coincidentally happened right after the camel incident.
I mean, anybody else, people would just think, well, if it was Amber Lynn or Chantal, but if it was anybody else, they would think, oh, they're just like living the dream, living their life on vacation, something. They wouldn't think in a hospital.
So,
but with these ladies, it's a different story.
The last time I got sick right after the camel, it was more of a flu, like respiratory thing.
So she already got sick right after, you know, meeting up with a camel?
So.
Don't get so close. What is wrong with her?
We'll see. Anyways,
we'll see,
guys,
all right.
Thanks for tuning in, and I'll keep you guys updated as often as I can.
All right, you guys. So that is what is going on with Foodie Beauty. It seems like she's up in the bed. She can't even muster the energy to get to a doctor. There is a lot of speculation, and even she is speculating that this could come from the camel, but she did say that she doesn't think that it is MERS. Things are really bleak, and I'm almost at a loss for words. What is she going to do at this point? I wouldn't be surprised if we get a return to Canada very soon, as things have never been this bad. Is she going to go to the doctor? Because God forbid, if she has MERS, that has a 35% mortality rate. It is no joke. It also is possible that she has COVID. I can't believe I didn't say that in the video, but it's still out there. She could have possibly caught it. And you know what they say, one of the biggest risk factors is being morbidly obese, not to mention every other health problem that she has, out of control diabetes. Her body's a complete mess. The next part of the video is going to be the video that I was going to put up today, where we speculated on Foodie's whereabouts. We talk about the possibility that she has MERS and the fact that despite all of this, she also has a big problem. She's going broke. So stick around if you want to watch that. Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to Girl Talk. I've got a little bit of mess and a little bit of drama today for you guys. For today's video, we're going to go ahead and do a Shantopoulos world update. People are wondering what happened to Foodie Beauty. It's been about 5 days since she has posted anything on YouTube, even a community tab post. This has led to an uptick in speculation and, of course, rumors in regards to her whereabouts. She does not often leave social media this long, and when she does, something is always up. I have been saying for the longest time in regards to Foodie and the Foodieverse and this Kuwait season 3 flop. Something's gotta give. How long is she gonna sit on here and just be eating? But that is the cycle. She eats and eats and eats and uploads the video until she has some sort of health scare. She claims drastic changes are going to be made, but she always goes back to the eating shows. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just get right into it. I mean, shall we? All right, you guys, welcome back to today's Shantopoulos World Update. The last time Foodie has been seen was her video 5 days ago. This one was eerily called I Almost Die Trying to Take the Stairs. Now, that was a bit of an over exaggeration. In the video, she was seen tripping up the steps and going to see the camels. But that right there might be the clue that we need in regards to discussing Foodie's whereabouts this week. Could it have anything to do with the camel that spit in her face? It looked like it even got in her eyes. Now, that is disgusting. I actually posted on Twitter that it's possible she could have some sort of infection, especially in her eyes, because of this camel spit. And people said, oh, Alex, you know, it could be worse than that. Camels carry certain diseases. And when it comes to your eyes, like, That's open, that's exposed. Bacteria can definitely get in that way. This is not good. We know that Foodie Beauty does not have the best hygiene, so it wouldn't surprise me if we are dealing with something like that, an infection, or even something worse. That worst case scenario in this situation would be Middle East respiratory syndrome, also known as MERS, which is something that you can get from a camel. It is passed from camels to humans. This is something that you really do not want to get. It has a mortality rate of about 35%. Although that might be an overestimate according to the World Health Organization. This is something that would certainly send her to the ER, but there is no cure, so they would have to monitor her as her body fights off the disease. And we know that our girl is struggling with so many other health issues that this would be a very poor situation. But alas, that is one of the theories that people are floating when it comes to Foodie Beauty and her disappearance from YouTube. Whenever she does leave for about a week, there is definitely something going on. We have seen this just in the past. She was actually suspended from YouTube, so she wasn't able to post. It wasn't out of her own volition, and that was just the other month. She lost a lot of income, so I wouldn't expect her to do this again so soon. Although there are those that think that she is just doing this to cause controversy so that people will talk about her and wonder where she's at. I always have to wonder, why doesn't she post to her community tab when these things happen? When she was suspended from YouTube, she couldn't post to her community tab. But at this time, I can't really think of anything that would cause her to be suspended from YouTube. So why isn't she updating people via the community tab? She did post a selfie, an unfiltered selfie that she wanted to share with people, but that was the last that she was seen aside from the video. But it is certainly possible that she was suspended again because of the lack of community tab post and no videos. She just has not been using her channel at all, which is very unlike her. If it was some sort of health issue, which we will get into, she likes to post about that. She wants to get the views because of that. So that leads us to another theory in regards to Foodie's disappearance. It could be that she had some sort of health scare and that she is in a hospital bed or ER. Although in the past, when something like this happened, as soon as she could, she would post a video detailing the experience, because she is not one to shy away from sharing a trip to the ER. She has done this time and time again over the years. I think she has told us every single time she's gone to the ER, and it's been several times. She's not one to have a doctor. Her and Amberlynn have that in common. They like to use the ER as a primary care physician. With everything that's going on with Foodie Beauty lately, it seems like she has deteriorated rapidly since returning to Kuwait from Canada. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of health issue. She has talked recently about her mild kidney infection. Some people believe that it is worse than she lets on. When there's something wrong with your kidneys, yeah, that could land her in the ER if it's a lot worse than a mild infection that she wants us to believe. There's no reason for her to lie about this, but it's Chantal. She does not need a reason. She's a pathological liar. But her video from a week ago called "I Have a New Health Problem and Weigh in the thumbnail, it says it just keeps getting worse. And then she did a video followed up called New Health Issue Reveal, where she did say that she had the mild kidney infection. The way that she was speaking about it, that little tidbit in the thumbnail, it just tells me that she knows that this is a worse situation. For some reason, she is kind of shrugging it off as mild. Maybe that's because she wants to come on and she doesn't want people kind of lecturing her about what she eats. I mean, that's not going to change, because just look at the way that she has been for the past few weeks. Like I said, ever since she returned to Kuwait, it has been downhill so quick. Her diabetes is out of control as well. Don't forget about that. And she has admitted that she has not been taking her medication in the proper way because it makes her feel uncomfortable. And God forbid she deal with a little discomfort. So it could be her diabetes that has landed her in the ER. There's many different reasons that she could have disappeared because of a health scare. And that is certainly a very plausible theory. Although if that is the case, I expect things are worse than usual because she usually comes on and at least does a community tab showcasing herself in a hospital gown or doing a video from the hospital bed as she has recently done. She loves doing those things for attention. So what do you guys think so far? Camel spit? Health scare? Well, it could be that she is just traveling. She has talked about wanting to go on trips recently, although has lamented the fact that it's going to be difficult for her to get around. I don't think that at the end of the day that really matters to Foodie, because when she went to Thailand last year, things were not any better than they are now. And she was able to at least do some things. Of course, I'm sure behind the scenes, she was taking a ton of breaks. She wanted to get better for that Thailand trip. She ran out of time and just had to go. Plus, the whole situation ended up being an extended visa run, and she had to spend a very long time in Thailand. Towards the end of her trip, they were just hanging out in that hotel room. Chantal was barely leaving. I think Salah was kind of out adventuring on his own. That was it. So is it that she's on some sort of vacation? They got on a plane. I know that she likes to be more secretive about her travel now because she thinks people are going to pop up at the airport. I don't know if anyone's going to Thailand or another foreign country to catch you, girl. I don't even think they're coming to the airport in Canada. Speaking of Canada, of course, that is a possibility. That Foodie has decided to return to Canada once again, and she'll pop up with a live stream. I'm back in Canada or something like that. It's certainly on the table. She was just in Canada a couple of months ago. This time she was supposed to stay there. She wasn't supposed to come back to Kuwait. She had made a video during a mukbang saying that because her health problems were so bad, she was going to have to return to Canada to get a doctor to work on these things. And so that's what she did, but the situation was not going to be as easy as maybe she thought it was going to be. It was going to take an extremely long time for her to get a doctor, for her to see any of these specialists. It was going to take a lot of time, and especially rebuilding her life on her own. She was like this close to getting an apartment in Canada, but the whole thing, the whole trip, she admits, was impulsive from the beginning. So she had spent thousands of dollars on one of her impulsivities. It wouldn't be the first time, and I don't think it's going to be the last. Could it be that she has returned to Canada? It certainly wouldn't surprise me. YouTubers literally just got paid yesterday, so check this timeline. She was sick, had to go to Kuwait ER, left the ER, got on a plane, went to Canada. We'll see her in 2 days. It all sounds plausible, but there's always the possibility that she is just being lazy and didn't feel like doing anything. Although that does seem unlike her, at least when it comes to YouTube. We know that she's very lazy, but she's always posting because she needs money. She already lost out on a week last month. If you go and look at her social blade, it says in the past month, she has only gotten 237,000 views. That's it. It would be difficult to live off of that. And of course, Chantal is used to setting aside a large chunk of her budget on food, not only because she is such a glutton, but for her mukbang videos as well. Who knows what kind of meals she is ordering off the camera. So not only is her health in a precarious place to the point where it might have already caught up to her, if she doesn't start producing more content and getting her views up in a few months, she's gonna go broke. She'll be stuck in Kuwait with no money. And I don't see Salah bailing her out either. Based on what we have seen, he's always running around with her at strange times. When does he work? He has that small business with Murad. I don't think that is bringing in enough to sustain them, and Chantal's food bills, certainly not. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I'm really worried that she's going to post or do a live stream while I'm editing this video. What do you think happened to Foodie Beauty? She's in a very bad position. I don't think that it has ever been this bad in regards to her health as she ages. And while at the same time, her views are so low for the month, it's not something that she can realistically sustain a living off of. Not one that she's used to, that's for sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will, of course, catch y'all in the next one. All right. Bye, everyone.